All right. First of all, I'm gonna get some shit out of the. I'm gonna get some shit. Slim Fitness. Fuck you. Don't be coming on my page making fucking comments. You don't like my beard? Fuck you. No one's entitled for you to watch. You can kiss my ass. Fuck you, dude. Okay, I got that shit out the way. Now, uh, yeah, I didn't feel like doing this earlier, but yeah, Des Bryant, you know, yeah. Well, asshole commented and was saying all kinds of shit about me, so fuck him. So that's all I feel like saying about it. Happy Friday. There we go. Yeah, it kind of sucks. My whole reaction when I saw this on Twitter was like, who's playing a practical joke? Because somebody showed it to me on Twitter, and I'm like, that's a hell of a good, what you call it, you know? Photo take or whatever. And then I told this dude, I'm like, that's pretty funny. And he goes, no, it's real. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Then I found out it was real. And my response, what I said on Twitter was, how in the blue hell of fuckery can you get hurt in practice? Tearing an ACL, Achilles. And a lot of the Saints fans are like, oh my God, he's hurt. But y'all got to remember, we went 7-1 without Dez. I mean, quite frankly, I wasn't one of the. I mean, I didn't really want us to sign Dez in the first place, but we did. So I opened them to the Who Dat family, opened arms. Shit happens. It's life. They say it might be career-ending injury. You know. Well, I guess God gave us too much leeway and said, no, you shall not have Dez. But like I said, we didn't really need Dez. I mean, you know, yeah, that's what I said. Shit happens. Brandon Marshall's still out there. They may go after him. But, I mean, why are we going after receivers? We got, you know. Nah, he made that shit on the comments after the stream. So, screw him. So, if you see, Slim Fitness is not allowed in this chat ever again. He makes a comment, you ban him. Period. But, yeah, it's just, it's freak accidents. Yeah, I saw that too. You know the funny part, and everybody keeps saying about this, everybody's why we down. We were 7-1 without Dez. We didn't particularly need him. I mean, yeah, we do need the offenses, whatever. But I mean, we have Keith Kirkwood on the practice squad. He hasn't played all this year, I don't think. Just promote him. We're fine. Go see Keith Kirkwood on YouTube, what he did at Temple. That dude's a hell of a receiver. You know, yeah, not to mention Carolina got their ass beat last night, a beatdown, 52-21. Well, as one reporter said, we're one injury away from having no wide receivers. Actually, no, it's 5 wide receivers because Ginn went down. Tommy Lee Lewis technically is a wide receiver, but he's coming back. Also, Patrick Robinson is out for the year. He's not going to be able to come back this year, they said. They said that yesterday. I guess he suffered a setback or something, so he's not coming back, which kind of blows. I mean, but last year we got hurt players. I mean, it's just that's the name of the game. People get hurt. Shit happens. It's life. Move on to the next man. I mean, if it wasn't for Ginn and the other ones getting hurt, I don't think we would have took a shot at Des Bryant. Yes, they did. Like I said, Brandon Marshall's still out there. I mean, he caught like 12 passes this year. I think he caught 11 last year. And he was just released about a week or two ago. Lions worked him out. He didn't, you know. Everybody's saying we ought to call up Brandon Marshall. I'm not sold on Brandon Marshall. Ginn's eligible at week 15 to come back, I believe. So they'll unless he has a setback. I don't know. It was 21-14, and all of a sudden I flipped on. It was 52-14. I start laughing. Cam got. I wrote on Twitter last night. Carolina got their ass handed to them. They got a major beatdown. So yeah. But everybody's acting today like Des Bryant. Now, the only way I'd be upset is, God forbid, if that certain number got hurt, and I'm not going to even say that because I don't want to put any gree on anything. Yeah, I feel bad that Des Bryant got hurt, but it was the last play of practice on the last thing. No, Tre'Quan Smith's not injured at all. That's what I'm saying. We're fine. Promote Keith Kirkwood from practice squad. We have him. Cam. If it wasn't for Cam Meredith going on IR, Des Bryant would have never got a chance to begin with. So, I mean, this is the fifth wide receiver that's going on IR. And when the Saints released their injury report, they just put on their ankle, but the Achilles tendon is in the ankle. I don't know how, like Adam Schefter and all these other ones, how the hell do they get their sources that fast? I mean, literally, I heard about this, and 2 minutes later, they're putting on here, you know. That's my whole point. All the Saints reporters were saying, look, we were 7-1 Me, like I said, I didn't really want us to sign Des Bryant. I had my, because I didn't think he fits in with the chemistry. He was a drama queen, blah, blah, blah. Once we signed him, I'm cool. He's with the Who Dat Nation. That's fine. A lady told me yesterday, the day before, she got pissed about it. She goes, see? She wrote me on Twitter. She goes, see? I knew this would happen. But, yeah, it happened. Dallas will lose, I didn't pay attention to any Falcons fans, all three of them. I don't pay attention. I have like 97% of them fuckers blocked on Twitter. Every time I see a Falcons account, block. I do it on here too because I don't want to deal with the crap. Actually, Who Dat Discussion made his podcast today, and it came out, and he just happened to be ending his podcast. And right before he turned off the podcast, he did part. I haven't listened to it yet, but he just happened to be on recording his podcast right when the news hit. So he made a part 2. So Falcons suck. Falcons have a toilet ring because that's what that stadium looks like, a toilet bowl after eating all that Chinese food. All three of their fans. So I ain't even worried about Falcons fans. They're 4-4. They're going to get their ass handed. So hopefully the Browns kick their ass this week. I ain't holding out hope for that, but, yeah, it's kind of sad that Dez tore his Achilles, whatever. It's kind of sad that he did that. But we're fine. As I keep telling people, we were 7-1 without him. Yeah, the Browns play the Falcons this week, if I believe. I think that's who they play. So, I really hope. I don't care how the Browns win. I don't care if they win 2-0, 4-0. But that's what we were saying. Yeah, Kamara's a wide receiver. It's just Sean Payton was saying red zone offense, blah blah blah, and y'all heard this shit about Marcus Peters. He responded to Sean Payton's comment. Marcus Peters says, we're going to kick his ass. We're going to kick his ass. We'll see him in the playoffs. About Sean Payton saying that he liked the matchup between Michael Thomas and Marcus Peters. Marcus Peters took offense to that. And, yeah, Taysom Hill ought to play corner. He can play wide receiver. I mean, I was going to make this video earlier in the day, but I saw so many people on that were talking about this early in the day. I said, let them deal with it. I said, I'll come on at night. But, yeah, I don't know. We're still 7-1. We still got the power. And now they're bringing up this whole Who Dey crap. they were asking Mark Ingram about that. Do y'all think the Saints ripped off the Who Dey or Who Dat? I'm like, because the Bengals claim they've been saying Who Dey since 1975, which is total bullshit. Because I did my own research, I can't find them. The Bengals didn't start saying Who Dey until like 1990 something. So that's fucking bullshit right there. I'm gonna say Saints 32. Bengals 21. And I don't even think it's going to be that close. They're also talking about it being 47 degrees at kickoff. And all the Saints are 9-16 since 2009. Blah, 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 blah. Well, Future Seal, you got to put in the context like this, okay? The Packers, Mike McCarthy has like a big winning record. But you got to think of it like this. You know how we wanted to get rid of Les Miles after all that time, and he had a 130 and 20. He only lost like 25 games in his 10 years, and we definitely wanted to get rid of his ass, and we finally did. That's how Green Bay fans feel. It's like, look, you won a Super Bowl, but you ain't did shit for us lately. Even though Mike McCarthy's got like 3 times the amount of wins that he has, you know. Mike McCarthy used to be an offensive coach with the Saints back in the day on the Jim Mora. You know, and think about this realistically. If Ted Thompson didn't hire Mike McCarthy, Sean Payton wouldn't be the Saints head coach because Sean Payton wanted to be the Green Bay coach. He came out and he said that. So, you know, and I don't know how y'all putting Ted Thompson in the Green Bay Hall of Fame or Ring of Fame, Ring of Honor. You know, he's not even a GM anymore. He's like an assistant something that I read. So, I don't know, but Mike McCarthy will never go anywhere as long as Aaron Rodgers is there. For the Packers to fire Mike McCarthy, they would have to go 0-16 like 10 years in a row, and I don't see that happening. So, you know, I mean, we ousted Les Miles. Les Miles is going to go to Kansas now and coach. So, I don't know about that, but hell, I think LSU needs to get rid of their goddamn offensive coordinator. 2 years in a row, we put a goose egg up against Bama. And that shit ain't gonna be tolerated. Yeah, if we had a freaking defense those 3 7-9 seasons, we would have won 5 Super Bowls already at least, or 4. We winning this year. I know that for a fact. Nah, Tom Benson don't fire people. He didn't. Tom Benson never fired Jim Moore. Jim Moore says he got fired, but Tom Benson don't fire people. That's why Sean Payton was still a coach. You know. Well, that's what you're supposed to do on your own 1 yard line. Wait. You're supposed to run the ball out so you don't get a safety, if that's what you're talking about. Or you know, that's what most coaches do. You don't throw in the end zone because if you throw in the end zone and someone's holding, that's an automatic safety. Best thing to do if you're on your 1 yard line is the quarterback sneak it to get out of the damn end zone. Or you quick kick it on 3rd down. That way, they won't know anything about it. And they just drop. So I don't know. Packers are 3-4-1. I don't know I don't know about Aaron Rodgers. He's a good quarterback, but I don't get why everybody compares him better than Breeze. I don't know. Maybe one day he will be. Who knows? Well, you can thank Ty Montgomery for that one. Why you think the Packers shipped out Ty Montgomery to the Ravens? He should have never took out that kick. He should have nailed it. Then y'all would have had run out the clock. But, you know, shit happens. But, hell, we beat the Rams, and the media is still shitting on us. Because we had a 35-14 lead, and we let them come all the way back 35-35. And, you know, and you know. Yeah, I wish Kamara would get a return this one. That's one thing Brees hadn't done. But, I mean, them 3-7-9 seasons, without Drew Brees, we would have won 2 games. Drew Brees single-handedly won 5 games each year, those 7-9, by overthrowing and compensating. I mean, you see when Drew Brees has a defense. Even though the defense is still shitty this year, you've seen what he's done. But, you know, in all honesty, maybe, I don't know, maybe he does throw a better football. I don't know. All I know is Drew Brees has a 78% completion percentage this year. He's got a quarterback rating of 120. That's way better than a lot of the MVPs in the league. And yet they're still saying Todd Gurley and Patrick Mahomes are going to win the MVP, and they put Drew Brees in 4th place. I'm like, you know, it is something. Maybe one day Rodgers will break Brees' record. Who knows? I mean, records are meant to be broken. Adam Vinatieri broke Morton Anderson's all-time points record last week or the week before. Nobody thought that'd get broken. I certainly don't. But that's because, you know, he played for all those Patriots teams. Yeah, what I want to do is get Keith Kirkwood off the practice squad and promote him. Now, whether or not the Saints can go after, I think it's too late to go get Brandon Marshall this week. Now, they may get him next week. I mean, because it's going Friday night, you play Sunday. We're playing a noon game. First noon game since, like, what, week 3 or something? Finally play a noon game. So, you know. Yeah, I read something about that. I don't care. We don't play the Ravens again. I don't care what the hell Joe Flacco does. I don't care. I am happy that A.J. Green's not playing. My fantasy opponent this week has like 1 player on his roster. He cut everybody else. So, that's a W right there. Well, give it enough time. He's going to finish his career with over 100 interceptions. Drew Brees in his last game passed for 60,000 yards, got to 60,000 yards with the Saints. He only needed like 120, I think it was, maybe less than that. So, I don't see the Saints losing another game this year. I don't. By the time we play Carolina's going to be so beat up and shitty, they ain't even going to be in the playoff race. Nick Underhill said on Twitter, the Saints can stumble and still lead the NFC South because we're up 1.5 games. I did see that. NFL Good Morning, NFL Pro Game Day was saying that the Packers are only going to lose 1 more game this year. They're favored in every game. So, I'm not disappointed that I feel sorry for Des Bryant that, you know, that he got hurt. But one NFL executive and 1 coach was like, well, he's been out of the game for like 9 weeks. And you can't duplicate NFL football no matter what you do, no matter how you work out. So they were saying because they were like 5 pounds overweight. But, you know, whatever. I don't care about getting the number 1 seed. You can get number 1 or number 2. I don't care. You can feel it. Number 1's good. We're at number 1 seed. The Rams don't have a bye week until the end of the freaking month. So, a lot of people are saying that, but technology nowadays, you know. In a way, he can kind of blame. Well, the Ravens went to sign him right after the Cowboys got cut, and he turned it down. And then a few weeks later, the Browns wanted him, and he turned that down. So, you know, realistically, he could have been for another team. He could have been. I'm surprised he turned down being on the Ravens because the Ravens were a good team at one point. They were 4-1. Now they're like, they were 3-1. I think they're 4-5 now. I think he'll bounce back. He's going to want to prove himself. You know what? Believe it or not, this might actually be a good thing because now we might actually have a shot at re-signing Des Bryant. He may, hey, let's say we win the Super Bowl, which I know we're going to, right? You think Des Bryant's going to leave? I mean, considering he turned down the Ravens and the Browns wanted to give him a shitload of money. He was only getting $600,000 prorated, a 1.75 max deal. So he was going to make $600,000 plus a signing bonus, which put him to about $1 million for 8 games, which isn't bad. But actually now, by him getting hurt, if he's got to miss the entire year, it's going to be like the Cam Meredith situation, in a sense that no one took a chance on Cam Meredith and we got him. So far, that hasn't worked out. But I mean, you think about it. We could actually re-sign Des Bryant now. So, I mean, he may want to stay to prove himself, That's what happened to Jeremy Shockey with the Giants. He went on injury reserve, missed the entire year, and won a Super Bowl. So, I mean, he really didn't win a Super Bowl until he came with the Saints, So, it does happen. Teams, they were saying online about jerseys and this and that. People got Adrian Peterson jersey. And I think it was a Larry Holt. He was like, man, this tops it all. He's like, I wonder who went to NFL. He goes, I wonder who bought a Des Bryant Saints jersey. And one guy was like, I did. Everybody said they're going to throw the X in the air for him. I mean, he's still a member of the Saints. And he can still teach. He can teach Michael Thomas and he can teach the other young receivers. I mean, he's been in the league 8 years. He's. But I don't buy this whole crap about him being out for 9 weeks that he was rusty. I don't believe that shit. Everybody's saying, well, he hadn't practiced for that long. And blah, blah. He practiced yesterday with no problem. I don't know. It was the last play of practice, too. The last play. So I think that's God's way of saying, hey, go back on the Cowboys. I don't know. But I'm not worrying in the slightest, If anything, this gives us more motivation. Because now the media is going to be talking more shit about us, saying, you see, you should have never signed him, because now blah, 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 blah is going to happen. And yeah, shit happens. That's how it's life. Everybody's all of a sudden saying, oh, let's call up Brandon Marshall. I don't think they're going to sign Brandon Marshall because if they would have wanted Brandon Marshall, they would have got him in the first place. I mean, out of Brandon Marshall and Des Bryant, who would you sign? Of course you're going to sign Des Bryant. Des Bryant's only 30. Marshall's 34, 35. He's lost a step. I think he's only got 12 catches this year. He had 11 all of last year. He got cut. I mean, he's played with like 6 different teams. Plus, he's terrible. He had Jay Cutler as quarterback 3 times, and all 3 times he got him kicked out of the team. Denver, he had Jay Cutler. He went to the Bears, he had Jay Cutler. And then he goes to the Dolphins, he gets Jay Cutler. Good Lord. If I was Jay Cutler, I'd say, stop following me. With the Cam Meredith thing, so far we have wasted the $10 million. But, I mean, if he comes back next year and he plays lights out, then that's fine. Actually, Cam Meredith is getting a different knee. I think he's getting his other knee scoped. I don't know if it's the same one. I could be wrong. Easy schedules. The Saints have the most difficult schedule in the damn league going on. Shit. We win, we earn this. There's no way. We get through this gauntlet, there ain't nobody can stop us. You think we're going to lose to the Bungles in Cincinnati? Freaking Riverfront Stadium? Or no, they call it Paul Brown Stadium, but I'm calling it Riverfront Stadium. Fuck that. 49 degrees at kickoff. You think I give a rat's ass? Shit. Last I checked, Drew Brees knows how to throw. Michael Thomas knows how to catch. Yeah, it's gonna be chilly. Well, shit. They're practicing outside, and it's 50 degrees outside lately in New Orleans. I mean, they got their inside facility, but still, No, easy schedules aren't anything. That's why the Rams have the 8-1 record, because their division sucks terribly. You got to play Seattle twice and they blow. 49ers suck ass because Garoppolo got hurt, And the Cardinals always suck ass. I mean, that's 6 wins right there. So, you know, the Rams are probably going to finish like 14-2, 13-3. I don't see them going in. I mean, I wish they'd go 8-8. Saints ain't gave up 100-yard rush in 16 games. Number 1 rush defense. Well, I got all Saints players on my fantasy this week. Every one. I just put it because my fantasy opponent he cut all his players, so he's only got 1 player. He had Cam Newton on the bench. He's only got 1 player, and he lost his first 2 games, and he said screw it, and he just cut everybody. And so I got an easy win right there. That'll put me at 6-4. So yeah, we've had our problems at Seattle at Century Field or CenturyLink. Yeah, we've had our problems there. They built that stadium for acoustic stuff. Yeah, melted ice and that other one, Fig Newton, Scam Newton. But I seen that guy last night. He was on the bench, and he does this, and he goes, and he pounds the bench, and Cam Newton just happens to walk by and kind of smiles. I'm like, look at this shit. Anybody see that? That's hilarious. Aaron Rodgers is the king of Hail Marys. He just is. He's gotten 4 of them at least. He's just the king of Hail Marys. And I don't call them Hail Marys because the ball's half the time on tip. The receivers actually caught the ball in the air. No, we don't play Seattle. His team plays Seattle, Green Bay. He's a Pro Gamer's Green Bay fan. I don't want to play Seattle. No, I'm still pissed from 2011 or 12 or whatever the hell it is. Marshawn Lynch bullshit. Yeah. Who that say? I haven't listened to the episode yet, who that discussion, but I will. He was on at the right time at the right place. Part 2. Yeah, I know I saw it, the 2-parter. That Carolina game, that noon Carolina game, is gonna be flexed. Be prepared for it. They can't touch the Eagles. No, they flexed the Eagles game. They tried to flex the Bengals game, but CBS protected it. And the Steelers game, they protected that game too. So that can't be a, that game can't be whatever. So, but yeah, I wish they stop flexing on damn games. But when they flex your games, that means you're good. But that just punishes us because I want to see the game at noon. I don't have to wait till fucking 3:25, 7:25 at night. Might as well make it midnight. It's just ridiculous. Why would I have to wait that long? So, I don't know. It is crazy. But yeah, what I think we should do. Oh, I don't drink, so. But what I think we should do is do it as Keith Kurtwood, promote him from practice squad. There you go. I wouldn't want to watch that yucky game. I hope the Redskins beat the Bucks. I really do. Yeah, Kirkwood, go on his YouTube channel. He's got all the highlights on there. That's what I'm saying. We don't need to panic. Everybody's saying, call up Brandon Marshall. Nah, it's too late for Brandon Marshall. It's too late in the week. After Saturday, Saturday's the last day you can sign players in the in the week. Yeah, I say Keith Kirkwood, put him on the active after 53. Yeah, Brandon Coleman, I don't know what he's doing. I don't even think he tried out for anybody or nothing. I think he's still hurt though. But I met Brandon Coleman. He's a hell of a good guy. he knows the Saints offense, so, but Coleman's got two problems, and, Clemson Jacob just said that right there, but that's one of the two. I mean, he does block pretty good, but he doesn't get credit for whatever. I don't think anybody wanted Brandon Coleman, to be honest. Otherwise, we would have. I mean, I think he's still hurt, though, because I haven't heard anything about him. So, because usually you would hear stuff about him. I saw where the Rams cut Rick Leonard from their practice squad. What we ought to do is promote Kirkwood and put Rick Leonard back on our practice squad, because that dude's a beast. Eventually, he's going to get all the tools, and he's going to become a hell of a beast. Might as well cut J.T. Barrett again. We've already cut him like 17 times. J.T. Barrett is becoming the Andy Taylor of the what's his name? Not Andy Taylor. What's his name? The guy that kept getting cut like 75 times a year. Andy Tanner. That's it. They would cut him they would sign him 2 days later, cut him, sign him again, cut him, sign him again, cut him. They done did that to J.T. Barrett about 17 times this year already. No. No. Well, yeah, you can be good in college. College don't mean shit. College means nothing. It doesn't translate to the NFL. Ask Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston didn't lose many games at all in college. He's already lost 5 times the amount of games in playing with Tampa Bay in 3 years than he did in college. Nah. Hey, we got Joe Burrow from Ohio State, LSU quarterback, so, it is what it is. I hope LSU bounces back against Arkansas. I really do. It's picked up. Tracy Potter. Yeah. He bounced around after we cut him, and that was that. I say Keith Kirkwood off the practice squad, but a lot of other ones want us to sign Brandon Marshall, but I don't know if Brandon Marshall's got any juice left. Considering he worked out for the Lions and they passed on him, we passed on him. But we only passed on him because of Dez. I mean, if you have Dez Bryant and Brandon Marshall, who are you going to sign, honestly? Between those two, you're going to sign the younger, better receiver. I mean, if people thought Dez Bryant came with a lot of baggage, whew, Brandon Marshall's the definition of baggage. Good Lord. I wouldn't go after Brandon Marshall personally. If the Saints did sign him, hey, more problem. More thing. Yeah, we ought to try these young people out. We gave up a draft pick for this dude. We ought to put him in the game. It's like they're not even giving Tre'Quan Smith too many chances. He's caught a couple passes here and there. He caught the Breeze record pass, but we need to give him a look and see what's what. Oh, the Cards management is stupid. Hey, Cards, I'll give you a 6-pack of beer and some Twinkies. Okay, here you go. I mean, they let Honey Badger go, for Christ's sakes. That's how stupid. The Bidwell family does not care about winning. They care about money, period. They don't give a shit if they win. NFL team, win or loss, usually makes money nowadays. Who are you going to get? There's no defensive backs out there worth a shit. Who can you possibly get? I mean, the Falcons went up and got Bruce Allen or Irving or whatever the hell his name is. And Jabari Greer's been injured for a while, a couple of years. I mean, he's out for good. He retired. He does Channel 6 WDSU stuff now for the Saints thing. But, yeah, I just really wish we would get rid of Ken Crawley. Because, Ken Crawley needs to go. I'm just saying. I haven't bought Madden in about 4 years. I don't really play. I sometimes play Madden 2010 still, or 2002. Madden 2002, Drew Brees is the only player left on from active who's on Madden 2002. He's a rookie in that year. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, well, the Saints call him Thor, too. Yeah. Well, it's not like back in the day when you had the, nowadays you can go 0-16, 20 years in a row and still, I have Madden. I have every Madden except like Madden 95, 96, and the last 4 Maddens. I haven't bought a Madden. I have like every Madden. I just got tired. They kept raising the price. It was $40, $50, $60. It's probably $75 now. And you get the same damn game. It's just nothing new. Like I played Madden 2002 for N64. Oh, I do the coach mode. There you go. Yeah, pretty much. I like Madden, John Madden for Super Nintendo. Madden 95 with the ambulance. I think it's Madden 95 or maybe Madden 94 with the ambulance coming out. And you can run over the players. I know Trick plays in that. But yeah, I got the my Madden game for Super Nintendo. Actually, the Madden game I have, you can play it on I think it's the Madden 25 edition. You can play the old Madden on there, and you can play it same way, and you can play it on the off the Xbox. So it's kind of like, here you can have my beard. I'll take it off. When I shave, I'll keep it intact, and I'll send it to him, and I'll go, here you go. Yeah, my copy of John Madden sitting over there somewhere. It's all worn down and stuff, but I haven't played the thing in a while. Nah. NCAA got sued because they were using people's likeness without permission and shit. Oh, NFL 2K was awesome. I never did own it though. I have NFL Game Day 2000 for PS1. I have a PS1 sitting up there. I never touch it. Never play it. I got 2 or 3 games for it. I just never played the damn thing. Still works. I spilled Coke in it one year and it dried out and it works. Oh, I have that one. I have that one sitting over here actually. Let's see. Ah. Hey, you mean this one? Madden 2003. Madden 2004. Madden 25. Let's see. Madden 2008. Talking on NCAA. NCAA football 2004. NCAA 2003. Yeah, I know Vic's on the cover. I hate this asshole. This guy sucks. Oh, that one, yeah, Vince Young's on yeah, Madden 2006. Madden 2006, McNabb. All right, let's get the other ones here. Look, I can see my ground again. All right, Madden 2002. NCAA football 2005. Larry Fitzgerald. The man, the myth, the legend. 2011. This is the last Madden I think I bought. 2013. With Calvin Johnson. Yeah, this one, that's Fitzgerald. I wonder what the hell it was in there rattling around. That's the actual book. Oh yeah. 2007 with Sean Alexander. 2005 with Ray Lewis. Yeah, I stopped playing after 13, I think. Man, 2012 with Peyton Hillis. Good Lord. This dude was a one-hit wonder, Peyton Hillis. Uh, 2010, when you got Palomau and you got Fitzgerald. And then my personal favorite, other than the Breeze one, is the collector's edition Madden 20. They got the collector's edition, and oh yeah, and you open up the collector's edition, and it's actually still got the Xbox logo on there. But you let me see if I remember how. You open up the collector's edition, it comes in a pack, and of course it's got the. Oh, here's a thing that tells you on the side: 20 years of Madden football, and it's got all the what you call it. Also got 2009 NFL head coach somewhere, but I don't know where it is. But yeah, I pretty much have almost every Madden game, except I stopped buying them 3 years ago. I stopped buying it because my Xbox blew out. So what's the point of buying a game when I don't, But yeah, I got all the just back in the cover. All the games are sitting in my front room. I'm gonna get this damn thing back in. Yeah, let's get them on there. Yeah, I can't get this thing back in the case now. Nah, I'll do it this way. Maybe this way will work. Get in there, you bastard. All right, there we go. Yeah, I still have it. It got the red ring of death and it broke one day. But these are all the GameCube games I have. Of course, Saints Row's in there. And MVP Baseball and another game. But there's the list of the games. I just put them on my floor usually. So they sit right there, and then I'll fool with them at another time. Oh, I already went through them. I already went through the whole thing. But yeah, I got those. The Saints pretty much confirmed it. It was on the last play of practice, they said, too. The very last play. But yeah, I'd be fine with Keith Kirkwood, or he never came out. He never said he tore it. He came out and he had a cryptic tweet about, oh well, God's got a plan and blah 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 blah, and why is this dude emailing me this? What the fuck? Dude tells me on Twitter, come on, dude. He's not going to be able to get on the field for 6 months after saying my tweet of how did he tear his, Does that make any sense? Dude's a retard. My friend's getting drunk off his ass right now. He'd just like to tell me that. I'm like, I care. Well, the Saints came out and said it. So, I mean, it is what it is. Whatever. But a lot of people saying because he sat out for 9 weeks and he didn't do any NFL-related football, and even though he trained, blah, 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 it's not the same, yada, 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 whatever. Freak accident, shit happens. He could have tore it yesterday. You never know. It's the last play of practice. He wasn't going to play Sunday anyway. They probably weren't going to play him most of this year. I mean, Yeah, we're not. It's too late because after Saturday you can't sign anybody after Friday. I think for an NFL roster for it to go to Sunday's game. I think that's a rule. So they'll probably promote Kirkwood from the practice squad, and fuck that. Michael Thomas is the best receiver in the NFL, hands down. Period. Antonio Brown, no. Odell Beckham's kind of sucking this year. I don't give Thielen any credit at all because I don't. Julio Jones, he ain't that shit. My top 5 receivers. I'm going to say Michael Thomas is number 1. Odell Beckham's probably number 2. Thielen's probably 3. Did I say Antonio Brown? Wait, let me restart. Okay. Thomas is 1. Probably Antonio Brown's 2. Odell's probably 3 right now because he's having a shitty year. No, let's scratch that. We're going to make this Michael Thomas number 1. Antonio Brown 2. Thielen 3. Odell 4, only because he's having a shitty year. 5. Just pick anybody other than Julio Jones and we're fine. Shit, Well, Taysom said he played cornerback in high school. I said put him at cornerback. I mean, hell. Odell's just I don't know what Odell's stats are, but, Odell, LSU got to represent. LSU has 2 things with the NFL. And defensive back, DBU, defensive back university, because they got so many defensive backs in the league from LSU. And LSU's got the wide receivers. They got Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry, I think, played together. When Odell Beckham played at LSU, they mostly had Odell Beckham on kick and punt returns. That's how he made his big name. You could put Jarvis Landry at 5 or 6, sure. But I mean, there are like 40-something players from LSU that got whatever. Yeah, he did, finally. He finally caught one. Nah. Jarvis Landry is always in my top 10. Just because he plays for the Browns. I mean, come on. Oh, I forgot about Hopkins. And there's so many receivers. I don't know them all. Right now, Adam Thielen's got 78 receptions. Michael Thomas has got 70. So those are the top 2 as far as receptions. I don't know who else got many receptions. Well, who else is he going to throw to? Calvin Ridley for a while actually did something. Now, I don't know. You don't hear his name anymore. So Calvin Ridley is just like in the Cam Newton category. I hated Calvin Ridley in college, and I hate him in the pros. Him and Cam Newton are the only 2 people I can really say about that I can think of. Because Cam Newton played at Auburn, and I hate fucking Auburn, and now he's with the Panthers, and I hate the fucking Panthers. So there you go. So just imagine if Calvin Ridley went to the Panthers, and both of these idiots went on the same team. That'd be crazy. Hopkins is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know if the Pelicans are playing. I don't think the Pelicans are playing. They finally broke their freaking losing streak. They go 4-0, and then they lose 6 in a row, and then win a game. I don't know what's going on here. So they're 5-6. Yep. I just don't have the hats. Yeah, I'm a Pels fan. I got to support my New Orleans teams. We started off 4-0, lost 6 in a row, and they're 5-6. I think they are playing tonight. I could be wrong. Pelicans don't get as much coverage as most teams do. They play them on 99.5 on the radio, and they play them on Cox Sports Television, but they don't get a lot of whole media exposure. I mean, 2 times a year they probably go on TNT. But Antonio Brown always gets drafted number 1. Well, Pal's got to do something, but I don't want Calvin Ridley on my team. No way. Hey, Viper Game, Chrissy. welcome to the awesome show thing, or as Future Seal says, the Who Dat cast or whatever. I don't know. Oh, good luck. That never happened. I took that out of my memory. I don't wear jerseys. Jerseys make me itch. I don't wear jerseys. The closest thing to a jersey I have is like a shirt like this. That's Ricky Jackson. My friend's got Drew Brees jersey, but damn right, 15-1. How the hell are we gonna lose otherwise? I don't see it happening. Falcons suck. You know, Panthers are trash. Panthers got the shit kicked out of them by the Steelers. Okay, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is. I don't know. It's the I don't give a rat's ass. The Saints are gonna win chat. There you go. Oh, I met 2 out of the 4 Dome Patrol people. I never met Pat Swillen, and of course, you know, Sam Mills isn't with us anymore. So then again, Sam Mills converted to a Panthers coach and a Panthers fan. When he passed away, he was a Panthers fan. So, you know, that's unforgivable. But, you know, he's been dead for 15 years, so it is what it is. Scam Newton, Fig Newton, Suck Newton. When he does a Superman dance, we call him Supergirl because he cries. He cried like a little girl. So, last night he was laughing. So, Carolina sucks. They're terrible. They're trash. Absolutely. Carolina fans keep telling me, well, we're going to sweep the Saints this year. And I said, how did that work out last year? They're like, last year you got lucky. We should have won that playoff game. Okay, you Seal remembers that. I don't even remember what the hell I just said. I don't know. But I definitely got to watch Who Dat Discussions podcast later on. And that dude's doing good. He got up to 89 subs. So we need to get him up to 100 subs. Just because. So. But yeah, the Panthers fans are telling me, well, Cam Newton should have completed that pass and beat y'all. I'm like, please. Cam Newton sucked ass that entire goddamn game. He was trash. He was terrible. We should have never had it that close. It should have been like 45-10 or some shit like that. 50-10. I hate the Falcons, the Panthers, the Buccaneers, the 49ers, the Rams, because the 49ers and Rams were in our division, NFC West. I hate the Cowboys. The Cowboys used to be in the Century Division along with the Eagles. I hate the Eagles. And the other team that was in that Century Division, I don't remember, but I hate those two. And I hate the Patriots because they suck ass. Cam Newton, when Matt Ryan signed, said, good, I get to sack him 10 more times a year. So, Saints aren't going to lose another game. If they do, it's because Cam Crawley's playing. It's the only reason, you know. And I pray to the football gods that none of our good players get injured. We all know who that is, and I'm not saying names, and no one should either. So, I pretty much almost agree with that, Jedi. We need Crawley as much as I need a hemorrhoid. How the hell do we need Ken Crawley? We don't need his ass. I'd be happy if we cut him. He ain't done shit. I hope we cut Ken Crawley and he goes to the Panthers. That way Drew Brees will light his ass up. That'll be great. Drew Brees will get 700 yards on his ass alone. So. I hate the Vikings, but I don't hate them on a regular basis. I hate them because of what happened last year. That's it. Actually, the Vikings have gotten us, and the Vikings were our first time the Saints made the playoffs, 87. We played the Vikings 1988 playoff game, January of 88, and they blew us out 44-10. So that was the first ever playoff loss. And then we lost to them last year. So that's 2 playoff losses. But I think we beat them once. We beat them once in the playoffs. So 1-2 against them. That I can remember in the playoffs. I mean, I hate the Seahawks too, and I hate, but whatever. Shit happens, They ought to bring back Stickum. Lester Hayes with the Raiders used to put the Stickum on his hands. It's all good. No, that's funny. Who puts Ken Crawley and greatest cornerback in the same sentence? That's hilarious. That is about the funniest thing I ever did here. I mean, 2009 was the greatest team in Saints history, hands down. Never been duplicated until now. I mean, this year we haven't been getting all the turnovers until recently, but basically almost the same staff as 2009's on 2018 team. I mean, give or take, a few defensive coaches and the offensive coaches and stuff, General rule of being a Saints fan: you hate the Falcons, you hate the Bucks, you hate the Panthers. Yeah, we have. Demario Davis is Jonathan Vilma 2.0. Shit. I don't know. Nobody can replace Darren Sharper as far as football playing. The shit he did after football, I don't condone all that crap. But nah, you're not gonna find another Sharper. Not football wise. We're stacked on offense. If we got a liability, it's defense. Reggie Bush was the kind of player who gave you 1 or 2 decent plays a year. I mean, a week maybe, just enough to keep him, Once the Saints got rid of him, he didn't really do shit for nothing. Reggie Bush's last year, he had -2 yards the entire year rushing. Of course, he played with the Bills. Then he, and he slipped on when he played for the Niners, he slipped on the AstroTurf and tore his knee up. That ended his career pretty much. I don't know what the Dolphins been doing. They were winning, and then they just kind of 62-7 ass whooping. Lance Painter started that game. Peyton Manning wasn't even in that year. But when we got Reggie Bush, I was like, holy shit, we got Reggie Bush. Then I realized later on, what the hell has he done? He could, he did enough to. Reggie Bush was the wow dazzle effect. He did just enough plays. That play against Miami when he jumped at like the 7-yard line and then dove in the end zone, that's what Reggie Bush is known for, diving in the end zone. And them kick returns he got against Arizona in the playoff game. Well, hell, I mean, I don't know. That statement, I don't know about that statement. Reggie Bush ran forward, but 9 out of 10 times he didn't go forward. Reggie Bush could run the ball right up the middle, get a 2-yard gain, and then next play get a 2-yard loss, and he breaks out even. I'm like, okay, interesting. Is that like a CBA team? I don't know where All Eyes North is, whatever. And look, college basketball started. So that's started yesterday, the day before, so that's pretty good. But Lance Moore can still play. We gotta get his ass out of retirement. Tracy Porter's son. I think Tracy Porter retired. I don't even think he's on a roster anymore. Bush was on. Bush was on the 2009 team. Pretty sure he was. Yeah, he was on that team. I saw the Saints banner. Yeah, Robert Meacham was on the 2009 team. I met him a couple of times. I've actually been in the Saints facility where they have the if you ever see the shots, if you go on NOLA.com, they got the shot of the banner, the black banner with the Super Bowl trophy. I stood right in front of that and took a picture once. Of course, the only time I've been in that facility, that part in the indoor facility, is when they had Will Smith's casket laid to rest, and they had a viewing, and they had all the Will Smith stuff, and they had Will Smith's name lighted up, and they had the place darkened, and it was supposed to be an open casket, but they shot him too many times in their face, I guess. Whatever, I don't know. So it was ways away, and they're telling people not to take pictures. Idiots are taking pictures around me, video footage. I'm like, come on, have respect for the dead here. You don't need to be taking pictures of everything. That's whatever. So, yeah, the dude that fucking shot Will Smith was like, I didn't know he was a Saints player. That dude only got sentenced to 10 years in prison. Come on. That dude's going to be out 5 to 7 with good behavior. And that's just bullshit. Somebody would pull that shit on Drew Brees. That fucker would have got the death penalty. I mean, hell. That's why Drew Brees can walk out. Drew Brees can walk out and do anything, whatever. So, pretty much, he looked at me like I was a complete moron. He's like, yeah, he just gave me one of those looks. I was like, here. I was about to pull out a 20 out my wallet. Here you go, a 20, man. Well, my friend was shouting it in the background, too. I was like, Drew, no. It's funny because people hand him the phones, and lady goes, Drew, can you tell my niece or nephew happy birthday? And he takes the phone, happy birthday, who dat, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, you just can't say we are the Who Dat Nation. You say it all the time in practice. You can't say it one time for me. And he just, Drew Brees actually walked home from practice one time at Tulane Stadium, ordered a Jimmy John's, walked 6 blocks home, nobody touched his ass. Anybody messes with Drew Brees, we're going to have an army riot. I mean, they will, anybody assaults Drew Brees in the city of New Orleans, that person will be shot on sight. I guarantee you. We will not tolerate that shit. But the practice I went to at Tulane Stadium, Yeoman Stadium, he walked home 6 blocks in his jersey, in his shoulder pads. He had his helmet in his hand. He walked home. On the way home, he was on Twitter. He was on Instagram and Twitter posting pictures. He ordered a Jimmy John's sandwich. They had like 5 or 6 people following him. Because Drew Brees lives in the Garden District. So from Yeoman Stadium to the Garden District, it's like 6 blocks maybe. Dude walked 6 blocks. No one touched his ass. You can't say that in the city of New Orleans. You walking in the city of New Orleans, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, you're bound to get shot. Somebody's going to do shit to you. They know not to touch Drew Brees. Drew Brees will get a statue once he retires. There's some kind of NFL rule saying, shit. They know not to touch Drew Brees. Let me tell you something. Somebody does that shit to Drew Brees, that person is going to be DOA. The city of New Orleans will beat the crap out of that dude, whoever did that, until they're dead to a pulp. Drew Brees is Jesus in this city, basically. Breezes. We owe him a Super Bowl. That dude is God on a pedestal. He could walk into any business and not have to pay for anything. If he was a drinker, he could walk into the bar and not have to pay for drinks. Drew Brees is a class act on and off the field. We ain't got to worry about that for another 7-8 years. I'm pretty confident. I don't even think they'd give him 10 minutes. He'd be dead in 2.5. I mean, they'd be, Yeah, but who the hell was Jesus? No one knew who the hell he was. And besides, this was 2,000 years ago. Nobody knew that. They didn't have football back then. But it's like that dude who murdered Will Smith. He goes, I didn't know who he was. Someone told him who he was, and he broke down crying. Then he realized what happened to him. He's like, seriously. He didn't. He goes, I'm a diehard Saints fan. They told him, that's a Saints player you killed. He's like, like literally, he broke down crying. I'm like, so if it was if it was a regular person, you wouldn't care. And that dude only got 10 years in jail. I mean, seriously. I don't believe in all that shit. The Bible is nonfiction anyway, and whatever, it is what it is. But I'm telling you, in the city of New Orleans, they don't touch Drew Brees. I'm telling you, that night I went to Tulane, Yeoman Stadium, Drew Brees walked 6 blocks to his house. They didn't bother him one bit. They had a few fans following him, but they didn't bother him. They didn't do shit to him. Nothing. You can't say that. Drew Brees can walk through the French Quarter during a mass shooting, and they wouldn't touch his ass. I guarantee you they wouldn't. No way. Because they know right then and there, if they fuck with Drew Brees, they're dead. They might as well just hang it up, and that's that. Even after he retires, if they pull that crap, that's pretty much a death sentence. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Kamara does too. Kamara lives right a couple of blocks away. You ain't seen him touching Kamara. God forbid anybody touches Kamara, they're gonna be dead too. Seriously, you screw up a chance at us winning the Super Bowl, I'd go out there personally and do it myself. It's crazy. Oh, I already saw that video. Yeah, watermelon airheads. They said it's not for sale to the public. You know how I'm gonna get around that? I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna hit up Alvin Kamara on Twitter and be like, hey, dude, can I have something? Whatever. But oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, a lot of the players live around New Orleans. In New Orleans, I mean, I know where Drew Brees lives. I was right in front of his house once, so I know his exact address. I never went and knocked on the door. People knock on the door all the time and ask Drew Brees for an autograph, and if he's there, he'll answer it. But I've already met him, so whatever, But, yeah, I never knew about that. Cam Jordan and wine, huh? Who knew? I never had any thoughts about that. But, yeah, I tell you what, though. Go back and watch my Drew Brees video with Trey Henderson in it. I'm telling you. Well, Drew Brees' house, it's an old house because the Garden District's old house. But if you've seen his house, it's he has a gate around it, like a fence, and then he has like a little mini gate. But it's nothing to really keep anybody out. He doesn't care. But I don't think that many people knock on his door in a given basis, especially his neighbors, because they see him all the time. So, I mean, if you live near him and you see him all the time, you're not going to bug him, obviously. But he even said in an interview, the occasional person will muster up the courage, knock on his door, and he'll take a picture and talk to him for a few minutes. He won't turn anybody away. See, if you send stuff to his house, he signs it a little bit differently. Like when he's in practice, he'll just sign Drew Brees number 9. But if you send something to his house, he'll sign Drew Brees number 9, Who Dat Nation. Because I've seen people do it. I've seen people show it online. Most people send it to care of the Saints facility, but I got his address, so I'd send it there. He's going to coach his kids, yeah. Well, he's already coaching his kids now. By the time Drew Brees retired, his kids are going to be in middle school, if not early high school. So, yeah. It'll be something there. Oh, shit. Let me get this. I got to plug in my computer before it dies. I don't want it to die on me. Freaking laptop. Yep. Oh, last week, his kids got to do the Get Moss thing. They had his wife and his 3 sons. You know, they don't let his daughter do anything really, but I don't think she really cares about it. I'm telling you, when I went to Yeoman Stadium last year, and they had his daughter running around, his daughter was wearing a yellow Cinderella dress with basically almost full heels, or mini heels, whatever you call it. And she's running around, and I'm looking at this because I'm looking at all the kids running around. She's running around every 5 yards. Doom, head first, falls to the ground. Run around another couple yards. Doom, head first. Gets up, doesn't cry, runs around. Doom, fall down the 3rd time before Brittany picks her up and carries her off the field. But she running around, doom, like a sack of potatoes. Because he was playing with all his kids, you know. And she got a voice. She yells. But I don't think she's really into football. And it's she is probably in the fun or whatever. But like last night and the night before, Drew Brees said, "Oh, my wife's gonna hate me because she had all the kids fed, put them in bed, and Drew Brees comes home and he's throwing footballs with them and wrecking them and stuff." So it's kind of, you know. Oh yeah, go back. It's on NOLA.com. I didn't get footage of it on my when I had it at the time, but if you go on NOLA.com, it's way she's in a. I was there for that thing. I was like I was on that side where they were filming. So, but they were probably about a good 30, 40 yards away from me. They went on the other side of the field. We were trying to get Drew Brees to come in. Oh, that one. No, the one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I'm talking about the one where a couple of years ago where his daughter was running the field in a yellow Cinderella dress. That's funny as hell. She kept falling head first, boom. Head first, boom. I'm like, what is that? I'm like, they're letting that kid keep falling down. What the hell? I just thought I was laughing because it was funny. I mean, she wasn't hurt or nothing, but it was just funny. But yeah, Drew's playing football in the house. I'm like, what the hell? Is America's Funniest Video still on the air? I mean, last I heard, Tom Bergeron had it, but I don't even know if that show's still on the air anymore. If so, it's been on for 30 plus years. Because Bob Saget did it for 15 or 20 years. I don't know. I haven't watched that show in years. I used to watch it when Bob Saget hosted, and Bob Saget got tired of that crap. They handed it off someone had it, and then they handed it off to Tom Bergeron. I don't know who the hell does it now. But Drew Brees is going to pass for 422 yards and 4 touchdowns. Alvin Kamara is going to have 117 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. There's a stat. I didn't put this on any of the photos or any of the stuff, but there's a stat where Drew Brees tied Tom Brady with 22. I think it's 22 games with 400 yards passing and no touchdowns. I mean, no interceptions. And he tied Brady. And I was reading an article today where they said Brady was like 80 touchdowns ahead of Brees at one point. Now they're tied in touchdown record. Oh, I don't watch TV nowadays. I couldn't tell you what the hell's on TV. I mean, I watch YouTube and like Hulu and Netflix. I don't pay attention to my TV. I've turned my TV on 4 times in the last year probably. Yep, Bengals are 32nd in pass defense. That's what I'm saying. Unless there's no wind, I'm telling you, Brees is going to light it up. I can go for 8 touchdowns. Realistically, Brees is going to have 700 yards and 8 touchdowns, no doubt. AJ Green is out for 2 weeks at least, so the football gods up until today were shining for us. Here we go again. Look, we're 4-0. Look, don't give me the road thing. We're 4-0 on the road, and don't give us the whole like Catherine Terrell, who used to be our reporter. She jumped ship, went to the Bengals. That dumb bitch. She's like, the Saints are 9-16 since 2006 when playing under 50 degrees. Fuck that shit. Know what I'm gonna say? Screw that shit. We're 4-0 on the road, and we're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to take care of business. If you go 8-0 on the road and let's say 7-1 at home, hey, you're doing pretty good. But they've been pulling that shit with us for years. They've always been saying the Saints ain't a road team. They can't play on the road. What did we do last year? We went in Buffalo in the snow and beat the shit out of Buffalo in the snow. So, well, that's fine because when you play in the weather, you're usually going to be a running team. You're not going to pass. Last time I checked was yesterday. They said the kickoff is going to be 49 degrees. But actually, since it's a noon game, it's actually going to be much better. Because if we were playing at 3:25, or if we were playing at night, it'd probably snow. I don't know what. Yeah, that whole who day bullshit. Let's see. Okay, Cincinnati, Ohio, weather for Sunday, 47 degrees. That's the high. 49% humidity, 7-mile-an-hour winds. Actually, let's see. What did this tell me? Okay, this told me that the high is going to be 47, the low is going to be 30. Okay, but I'm clicking here. Sunday, 8 o'clock says 25 degrees. Sunday at noon, it's going to be 38 degrees. Sunday at 2 o'clock, it's going to be 45. Whatever, I don't know. I'm not on the Weather Channel. I just typed in the standard, what you call it on here. Who dat? So, I don't care if it's below 0. We're going to beat the Bungles. The Bungles have a terrible defense. They can't stop the pass. They probably can't stop the run. Granted, it's a noon game. It's not a night game. Thank God. Yeah, I'm in this day and age, they wear 18 pairs of long johns. I mean, there's nothing. You know, I guess they do. I don't know what the hell they wear. I'm sure they do. Yeah, I'm not sweating the Bungles. The Cincinnati Bungles. I had Andy Dalton as a backup on my roster, my fantasy roster, when the Saints had a bye, and he did nothing for me. So I cut him. And one of my fantasy opponents picked up Andy Dalton because he's playing against the Saints. ESPN thinks Andy Dalton's going to have 450 yards passing against us. That's bullshit. They can't sign anybody. If they do, it can't be till next week. The Saints are going to promote Keith Kirkwood from the practice squad. I mean, there's no other logic in that. They have to. You know? I mean, who else are they going to get? I don't see him getting Brandon Marshall. I mean, I don't know. They could, but NFL's got that funny rule about you can't sign anybody 48 hours before a game unless you get a specific whatever. Yeah, I would too. Brandon Marshall's got too much baggage and he's 34 years old. Maybe. I don't know. Brandon Marshall got like 12 receptions this year or 11 receptions this year. He got like 11 or 12 last year. I'm fine. Tre'Quan Smith is good. Austin Carr is pretty damn decent. I mean, they don't throw to him a lot. I like how on the radio they were like, that third down and long play, and Drew Brees is throwing to Dan Arnold. And they say on the radio, why the hell are we throwing to Dan Arnold? No. Bobby Abas said that. He's like, why are we throwing to Dan Arnold the third down? We should be throwing to Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas was triple teamed. Dan Arnold was wide open. He dropped the pass. So, it is what it is. But yeah, I want us to pick up or promote Kirkwood from the practice squad. Everybody drops passes. Michael Thomas has dropped a pass or two this year. Shit happens. You can't catch everything. You know, Drew Brees hums that sucker. You got a ball coming at you 150 miles an hour, you'll drop a pass too. I know I would. Shit, Drew Brees is like, whew, whew, whew. What the fuck is that? I mean, good Lord. For 39 years, I just think I just tore my rotator cuff doing that shit. 39 years old, Drew Brees is like, whew. And I'm up and throw me the ball. Watch him drop that one against the Vikings in the end zone. Was it against the? No, yeah, it was the Vikings in the end zone, wide open. But in defense, that was kind of over his head, but he still should have caught it. The 39-year-old dropped back to the 37-year-old. I put out a what you call it? Okay, I'll see you later, Jedi. Who that said they're gonna beat them things? I say who that? I say who that? Well, yeah. Do you want to drop a Drew Brees pass and have Drew Brees yell at your ass? Not me. I want to get on Drew Brees' good side. You get on Drew Brees' bad side, that don't fold well. No. Like when Drew Brees asked him, when they asked Drew Brees about the Dez Bryant signing, Drew Brees goes, "Is it official?" And the reporter goes, "Yeah." And then he starts talking. He goes, "I think he's going to be a good player." Blah 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 blah. Before that, they asked Drew Brees. He wouldn't say anything about Dez Bryant at all. Because you're not really supposed to, per NFL rules, you're not supposed to talk about players that aren't officially on the roster yet, because they'll say it's tampering. So I don't know. It is what it is. I think I'm gonna talk another 5 or 6 minutes. I'll wrap this sucker up so I can get something to eat. But yeah, like I said in the beginning of this video, Slim Fitness said my videos are too long. I talk too long. He thinks my beard is disgusting. He hates the way I think. He thinks I'm against the Saints, which I'm not, obviously, because it's a Saints page. And he thinks I'm only doing this for money, which I don't make any money off of this anyway. So if y'all see that Slim Fitness dude who claims to be a Who Dat Nation fan, tell him to fuck off. Probably stew or soup. I have a whole thing of soup in my fridge from like 2 days ago. I have tons of soup. And I got a bunch of celery, too. I've been eating celery every night before I go to sleep because it helps put me to sleep and all that good stuff. So, they could, yeah. They could. No doubt they could. So, yeah. You know, it's all good. He probably was. It is what it is. Saints fans don't talk shit about other Saints fans. They don't. And that's the first time I ever seen them on here. So, you know. And then someone else said I was Shannon Sharp, which is hilarious. Oh my God, no. Jesus Christ, no. Someone actually said that they said, oh, someone said, hey, let's go call Ocho Cinco. I'm like, what? I don't know what that meant. Yeah, sure. Let's sign T.O. Okay. T.O. is the ultimate baggage. God damn, are you serious? Imagine if we signed T.O. at 44 years old. Oh my God. Drew Brees would beat the piss out of him. Well, we have one on a practice squad. Well, Traquan Smith, Michael Thomas, Keith Kirkwood, Austin Carr. What's his name? Then you got Ben Watson catching passes. You know, where? Yeah, he signed with the Saints. And then he got hurt with the Saints. Kamara is Kamara 2.0. He catches the ball. He runs the ball. He fumbles the ball. No, he don't fumble the ball. He takes the ball forward. They're going to promote Keith Kirkwood. I don't know why anybody's panicking over this. I mean, it's a fourth. Foregone conclusion. Which Josh Hill? The playoff Josh Hill or the Josh Hill who does absolutely nothing, who we paid, who the Bears want to give $20 million to, and we gave $20 million to Josh Hill, who pretty much catches one pass a year. But Josh Hill's a pretty good tight end. He blocks pretty good. You know. The Bungles suck. Marvin Lewis is going to quiver in his panties, okay? He's not going to know how to stop the Saints' offense. Who can There ain't no team that stopped us yet. None. Josh Hill is good. Josh Hill is great. Josh Hill will score a touchdown. I want Taysom Hill to throw a goddamn touchdown to Drew Brees. They were going to do it in the last game. Drew Brees needs to somehow get his ass open. Taysom Hill could throw him deep. I don't care if Teddy Bridgewater throws my pass. I like to see in one game Teddy Bridgewater, Taysom Hill, and Drew Brees all have a touchdown pass in the same game. And while we're at it, get JT Barrett off the practice squad, promote his ass, and let him get a touchdown and then kick his ass. The Bungles, the Cincinnati Bungles, are going to get their ass handed to them by the greatest team in the NFL history right now. It's because of us the 72 Dolphins got drunk off their ass. Shit, now you want to sign actors? Okay, well, let's go. If Eli doesn't get a pick, or P.J. Williams, I'm calling for. I think this is the game that Marcus Lattimore finally gets his pick six and doesn't get caught from behind by slow players. I'm going to call it right now. Lattimore gets a pick six off of Dalton somewhere in the third, fourth quarter, runs it back for a touchdown. They both can't get 100 yards technically. Alvin Kamara is going to get 113. Ingram will get like 75, maybe. I mean, they're all good. I predict that with one leg, Dez Bryant will score a touchdown with one fucking leg. No, that'd be something. Throw it to me, I'm open. Hops on one leg. That's how bad the Bengals defense are. That's how shitty they are. It's not that they're keeping him fresh. He's actually blocking more. He's the one who's springing Kamara. You got to go what the game dictates. And, Kamara's red hot. Ingram gets his spots here and there, but, I think the Saints go to the championship every year. What kind of fan would I be if I didn't say the Saints would make the championship and win the Super Bowl? Come on. Every year. For the next 25 years, the Saints are going to win the Super Bowl. I mean, hell, the only way they can't win the Super Bowl is if disaster happens. I'm predicting right here the Saints are going to win the Super Bowl this year, period. No Minnesota Miracle, no Rams bullshit, because fuck the Rams. I hope we play the Rams in the Superdome once again, and we'll beat the shit out of them again. We ain't gonna have no Tom fuckery. Any other teams? The Panthers aren't gonna beat us. The Falcons ain't even gonna make the playoffs. I don't even have to worry about their asses. Only teams we gotta worry about, and I wouldn't even really say worry about, because the Panthers are a game behind us, but we're gonna sweep their ass. So I'm not worried about them. But they'll make the playoffs, and if they do, we'll sweep them again. Well, you're real observant, aren't you? The Saints will have, multiple championships. 2021, we'll win the Super Bowl, and we'll beat the Jets in the Super Bowl. I like to just say off-the-wall shit. That way, 3 or 4 years from now, people go, look, he fucking called it. I did call it 2009 Super Bowl, quite honestly. I said it like 2004. We were going to win a Super Bowl 1 year against the Colts. And people look at me like, what the fuck? One time I said this in front of one of my old bosses. I said, the Saints are going to win 25 Super Bowls in a row. And he looks at me and he goes, that's very interesting. How did you come up with that theory? And I was like, you know what? I just said it. No, the Saints are going to play the Jets in the 20, whatever I just said, Miracle Man. Saints are going to beat the Jets in the Super Bowl. Drew Brees is going to have 500 yards passing in 2022. And all hell's going to break loose. We're going to win all Super Bowls in a row. Okay, fine. I don't care. Teddy Bridgewater can come off the wheelchair. I don't care. Yeah, it kind of sucks. I got to see Super Bowl at home live. I was the only one out of the store that got to see the football game live. Everybody else, it was mandatory to work that night after the Saints won to sell the championship shirts and stuff and the hats. And I was like, hey, boss, can I have the day off? He was like, okay. But then he's like, well, can you work the daytime? And I'm like, yeah, I work in the day. I said, I just want to get home before the Saints Super Bowl. And I snuck out the door. So I really got to have the day off. I got to see Super Bowl. I had the day. That was my day off originally. They made a typo. But then they needed me to come in. And he's like, do you want to stay? And I'm like, no. But he forgot it was mandatory. So I got out of that one. So while everybody else was handing out T-shirts and hats, I'm sitting home going, "Oh yeah, we won the game!" Yeah, I called up the store and I'm like, "We won the game!" I don't even want to. I don't even want that doesn't even compute in my brain. That considering they just signed him to like a 5-year extension, that's not that'll never happen. I'm sorry. It's just are you a troll? Just admit it. Just come out and say you're a troll, because Saints fans don't talk this way. Just I know you're putting me on. You got to be a troll, because Saints players don't have these. The fans don't have these thoughts in their mind about either that, or you're really young and you don't know about whatever. I mean, I don't know. That that is just not something a Saints fan would say. That's like saying, "Oh, I think the Saints will sign Cam Newton." No, never happened. Never happened. Because the Panthers are actually smart enough to where they wouldn't let us sign him if we wanted to, but we wouldn't. Matt Ryan signed a 5-year contract extension at the beginning of this year. Yeah, I don't know what you're on. I don't know. I'm just saying the general Saints fan doesn't talk the way that you know. Here's my impression of Cam Newton. And he drops back to pass. And down he goes. And he's gonna pass. And down he goes. He gets up, and here's another pass. And down he goes. Oh, my goodness. He's been sacked 500 times in the game. And he barfed up a foot bone. A football. That was so hilarious. Now, the football game must have ended because I can hear drums. Which one? Scam Newton? Scam Newton. Yeah, I know. He's just terrible. I like how he cries in the practice. He's like, like, Jesus, come on, dude. You're getting paid $20 million. Act like a fucking man. Man up to it. You walk up to the podium and say, yes, I got my ass handed to me, and that's good. Why? I think because his idol's Grandmama. Larry Johnson from the Charlotte Hornets. Remember Grandmama? That's his idol. It's just me, or is he starting to look more like Medea every fucking day? One time he wore a purple suit with a purple hat and a feather in his hat, and I swear he looked like a freaking bad. He looked like a third-rate pimp. And I'm like, You know what? Yeah, this dude. One time he wore yellow blazer and he looked like a fucking banana. Cam Newton had a good year without Calvin Benjamin, and then he alienated Benjamin. Benjamin told him to go fuck off. Remember what happened this year when they played the Bills, or last year? Maybe it was this year. And Cam Newton tried to talk to him. He goes, dude, get the fuck away from him. Cam Newton walks away and he goes, like a little girl. The dude's like, you just told me to fuck off in the press, and now you want to come up to me and talk, be my buddy? Yeah, Saints gonna win every championship from now to like 21-43. Because I know when I'm up there in the pearly gates, I'm gonna wish it. See, right now, Buddy D is sending us good spirits. Tom Benson is too. You know, you got to get that. We got the Super Bowl for Buddy D. We got to get the Super Bowl for Tom Benson. I'm just saying, this is a year that pretty much everything that can go right has been going right. You know, he said that numerous times, but in this last interview that he did, he said he wants to play till he's 45, but he probably won't. I mean, realistically, he's a millionaire set for the rest of his career. He's just doing it to do it. He wants to win that second ring. You know. But why not? Play as long as you can. I don't see why it would hurt anything. You know. He was only on a team. He was only signed for not even a little over 24 hours at that. 2 days. Nope. Drew Brees is going to come out of retirement every year. It's going to be like, 2078. And Drew Brees is coming out of his wheelchair to throw a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Absolutely pandemonium. Fuck is happening out here in the South Dakota Dome. By that time, you'll have an NFL team in every city. It'll be like a fight to the death. No, we didn't need him at all. But, well, he's under contract till next year. Well, technically, they deferred a third year to him, but that's only because of a $14 million signing bonus they owed him from the last contract. Third year voids out. So, really, it's this year and next year. What would I have done? Simple. Wouldn't have been a Saints fan anymore. That shit. I've already said this in past videos. Tom Benson, he's from Louisiana, obviously, but there's shit that people don't know. You know, and I said it on past videos and stuff like that. But there's all kinds of shit that people don't know. You know, Tom Benson, he's from Louisiana, obviously, but he made his fortune in San Antonio. And his estranged nieces and daughters sold the last of his car dealerships that they got in settlement to his rival. Chances are, if it wasn't for the city of New Orleans stepping in, there's a big possibility that he would have moved him to San Antonio. And I would have been like, screw that. I would have been done. I don't follow fan base. Just like the baby cakes are going to Kansas. I don't follow them. They going, that's that. You sure you ain't a troll, man? Because you're saying stuff that no Saints fan ever would put in their mind. Like, no Saints fan ever thinks of the word Drew Brees and traded. Never, ever. That logically doesn't happen. Oh, yeah, but I've told stories about Tom Benson on here in the past. What my grandpa told me and what I've looked up. Nah, I wouldn't block him. He ain't done nothing. He ain't done nothing wrong. Nah, you're cool. I just find it hilarious. You ain't done nothing wrong. Not yet. But it's just weird, whatever. But Drew Brees will never get traded, you know. But yeah, it's just it's some weird, what you call it. So hell, I've been talking an hour and 40 already. Don't even seem that long. Go fig. But like I said, you see that dude Slim Fitness? He ever comes on here, ban on site. He ain't a Saints fan, period. I don't care what anybody says. He could be dressed up in Saints gear. He's not a Saints fan, period. To attack another Saints fan, that's blasphemy. And he's a coward for even doing it. He's a coward. He doesn't even do it in a live chat. He waits until the thing's over, a day after the live chat's over. Then he leaves it in the comments like the little pussy bitch he is. So, you know, I left a comment on his thing, and he's not going to answer it. I doubt it. But he's doing a video breakdance and shit. You know, he wants to talk about somebody. If you don't like someone's video, don't watch it. We ain't holding a gun to the person's head and saying, doo-doo-doo. Yeah, I saw that video. He didn't want to coach in New Orleans. He won the Green Bay job. Ted Thompson hired Mike McCarthy, and Mickey Loomis came out and said he kind of knew that he didn't want to be here, but Mickey Loomis wanted him here. So at that point, it was kind of like, okay. The Rams suck ass with feet. That's how you say soft. They suck ass. I don't know who the Rams are playing this week, but they suck ass. They'll lose. That's right. Well, in this cone, he got Breeze. In this cone, he got Peyton. Peyton wanted Drew Brees, and he got Drew. Oh, Seattle? This game in Seattle? Probably is, because LA's on fire once again. California, every freaking month is on fire. Why would anybody want to live in California? It's always on fire. It's the winter time, and it's on fire. Oh, that game's not going to be played in L.A. There's no fucking way. L.A. is on fire right now. There's no way. Malibu's on fire. Los Angeles is, I think, the wooded areas. All the coaches had to evacuate, they said, and some of them lost their houses. I don't see him playing that game in L.A. this week. I don't. I mean, you know, but Seattle's going to pull the upset. Seattle, yeah. Oh, yeah, Malibu's on fire. Look it up on Twitter. Look it up on Facebook. Yeah. Every month or two, California's on fire. Wildfires. It doesn't rain there, and it's so dry. I mean, it just, you know. Oh. Sucks. Yeah, YouTube's a pain in the. I was on a coin channel earlier, and a dude kept looping, and I had to keep refreshing every 5 minutes. I don't know. I'm gonna end this in a few minutes anyway because I want to eat something. It's 11 o'clock, and it's getting late. And oh, I'm sorry I did that. Yeah, like I said, who that discussion. I was watching a coin video earlier, and this guy's channel, it kept lagging. I had to refresh 5 or 6 times. And it was just on my end, I guess. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to end it in a few minutes anyway because I'm hungry. And I don't like to eat too late. But it's already 11 o'clock. 10:48. So. Who did? Wait, is he commenting on more of my videos, that little bastard? How am I a fake Saints fan? Saints shirt, Saints hat, Saints page. What's fake about it? He probably will freaking say that. You know, little bastard. I mean, seriously. You know, come on. Yeah, it's bullshit. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. Oh yeah, no, that dude Slim Fitness was calling me stuff. I mean, you know, whatever. But screw him because he's not allowed on my page anymore, and he kissed my ass. But I got 11 people on here now, but I want to go eat something. So, Who Dat Discussion's a hell of a guy. And y'all should go watch his podcast and sub to him and all that good stuff. And tell him I sent you there. He'll give you a shiny nickel. I promise you. He will give everybody on here a nickel. You just got to give him $3 for shipping. That's how that works. I don't know if you want to. I don't know if you want to see me eat. See, that was another thing that Slim Fitness dude said. He's like, you talk too much. You talk too long. You need to stick with bullet points. You're boring people to death. Blah, blah, blah. He called him fake. What the hell? That dude, what is that dude? Yeah, that dude saying shit about Who Dat Discussion now. That's it. That's it. I'm raging war on this son of a bitch. I don't know. No, I think he was just. I think 6 Anonymous was joking. I don't know. I think he was pretty much joking about whatever. But I do want to. I don't mind eating on whatever, but I don't feel like doing that. You know, I've talked for a while, anyways. I know I'm pretty interested in stuff, so you know that's okay. Oh, I don't have his phone number, but I could have tweeted him on Twitter. So, it's got a bunch of stuff in it. I don't remember what. It's just got like celery and corn and potatoes and whatnot. So it's a bunch of. It's a homemade brew. So. But anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna save my voice, and yeah, it's got meat in it, but I don't know what kind. I don't remember every single thing I eat. It's got shit in it. It's got stuff in it, whatever you want to call it. So y'all go follow Who Dat Discussion, watch his podcast, leave a comment, tell him you want that nickel. It's got meat in it, yeah. Give him a beer. Definitely leave a comment, a good positive comment. No negativity. Leave him a positive comment like Who Dat, Vic sucks, stuff like that. So, but I'll definitely be on here Sunday after the game. And if any kind of miracle play happens, I'll do whatever. Sure, why not? Hell. To the Queen. That's an old joke. So, all right. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. So, I appreciate y'all for watching. And, of course, Who Dat, all the time. And if y'all see any Saints haters making comments on my page, you have my permission to go at them, say whatever you want, you know. And if you see them on any other page, let me know, because there are some fake fans out there. So, yeah, 2-0 when we do that. So if we down it, it'll be. I'll have to use the middle finger for the 3-0. No, but that's not the middle finger. But I have to be 3-0. So anyway, I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna go eat and I'm gonna take a nap, get some sleep. I gotta rest up for the LSU game tomorrow. So, all right, I'm out, folks. Who Dat? Go Saints. Who Dat? Who Dat?